The business manufacturers are calling on the government to devise ways of tailoring the time of use tariff in a manner in which it will capture the evolution of the business environment. The Kenya Association of Manufacturers says with the economy learning how to cope with the COVID-19 pandemic, there is a need to provide a boost for the manufacturing sector. Nina Shaban has the details.
In 2018, the government, through the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, introduced a time-of-use tariff. This is a tariff which is designed to incentivize customers to use more energy at off-peak times in order to balance demand.
I think it's been useful for the sector because we've been able to see companies with additional production utilize power at night when it's more affordable. What we've been pushing for is to see if we can relook at it post-COVID because how it applies is it's for additional production. So of course there was a slowdown in production and there's a need for us to relook at how the time of use tariff is working and if we can restructure it in light of what's currently happening.
The Kenya Association of Manufacturers says that COVID-19 has precipitated a business environment where some who would have been beneficiaries have been locked out of taking advantage of the tariff.
What happens is the tariff kicks in for additional production. In certain circumstances, people are not producing more because the demand has dropped, but there's need for us to look at a tariff that is still competitive for the sector, despite the fact that there's probably no additional production in certain areas.
The market regulator, the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, says that there is need for a wider tariff conversation.
We're looking at the wider tariff conversation, not only on time of use. I think looking at those thresholds needs to be looked at between ourselves as a regulator, but more importantly through policy, the policymakers and manufacturers, to be able then to strike the right balance. Because I think for us also as a regulator, we do have a mandate to ensure that we have a sustainable sector. We ensure that the tariff is just and reasonable, so that then we also have our utility, in this case KPLC, to continue to be financially viable.
On the 23rd of November, Kenya's peak energy demand surged to 2,035 megawatts in what has been assessed as evidence that the economy is pulling itself out of the COVID-19 induced recession. Nina Shaban, NTV.